Hey everyone, so I built this application that can record, replay, and manipulate responses. I called it the Sniffer for obvious reasons. So the main feature that this application provides to you is the ability to sniff out packets sent through the browser's network. Currently, I'm on the GitHub page where it gives you the instructions on how to set this baby up. The entire stack is in a JavaScript environment. I use React.js for my view library, Redux to handle my state management, Node.js for my RESTful API, Socket.io for my real-time communication, and Electron.js to give me the ability to create desktop application made in JavaScript. So let's head to our terminal. So after you clone the repo and install the npm module, you're going to run yarn dev. So at this point of time, we're building our repo. This includes setting up our styling sheet so it's Sass, making sure we're running a couple of ports to that would point to our proxy server, and having our WebSocket connect to our client side. So a nice little loader indicator pops up because, for the user experience. So once the application loads up, automatically you can see in this box that our WebSocket is now connected. The box to the right of that is the magic button to turn on the proxy, and it opens up the browser for you. Your save response will be stored in the box on the bottom left. Your request that you sniff will be held inside of the right box on the bottom. So by hitting this light bulb, you are going to open a new instance of Chrome that will be pointing to our proxy server. So you'll land on this page. And you'll land on this page to notify you that you are in fact started sniffing. So if you check back to your application, we can see that we already sniffed 11 responses. Now, if you notice this Sniffer logo on the bottom right, it's because we're able to mock out, because we're able to mock out any response, I was able to append a logo on every HTML page that you browse through on the Chrome instance. This makes it extremely helpful when you need to differentiate between your actual browser and your mocked browser. So let's start mocking stuff up. We're gonna head to linkedin.com, also open up your browser tool. So let's just grab a random response and append a property on it. One thing to note is that make sure you grab a unique text from the URL. So you want to copy and paste this to your application. If you go back to your application, go into your filter input, paste that in, and you'll notice that it was in fact sniffed. So just hit that plus button and you'll see it transfer over to your save responses. So another thing to note is you cannot edit this response unless you turn the proxy off. So if you try to click it anyway, a little error message pop up. To turn off the proxy, you click this light bulb. All right. And one thing I like to always do is skim this URL down. We don't need everything inside of it. I usually grab the first 3 params. Boom, done. Okay, so here is our response. To add a property, we're just gonna hit this plus sign, something, blah, blah, blah. Actually, hello world. Enter. And we're just gonna say, hello LinkedIn. All right, hit the save button and then turn the proxy back on. Close this browser out and hit the refresh button. All right, if we go back to our network tab, hit the notice, click preview, and here we are. We see our key value pair that we appended on the response. Easy enough. This is how you mock responses on this browser. So not only can we mock out responses, but we can also append or edit headers. And what I mean about that is these little guys over here. I want to be able to add some headers into this field. So that's very easy. So I made this fairly simple. And all you need to do is hit this global header button. And before you do that, of course, turn off the proxy. Now, because the data contract for the header is set up in a key value pair, that's exactly what we will add. So as you can see, I already have some values stuck in there. Hello, LinkedIn. Hit this arrow and hit the save button. Turn the proxy back on, go back to your browser, hit the refresh button, and now if we check the headers of each response, we'll see our tag. And that's the one that we had previously, and here's our message. And we'll just choose another one. And here's our message again. So we actually did append our new headers. So now it's the fun part. I'm going to be replacing an image returned to the server with an image that is on my logo. So I'm going to grab a profile image, and that's my profile image. Just to prove it to you, that's me. All right. So like I said before, same process. Grab a unique text from the URL. Go back to your application, paste that in, hit the image, and here we are. Turn the proxy back off. And of course, I like to skim this down. All right, we can choose a file, and let's see. This one's good. Hit the upload button, and we're all set. Now, turn the proxy back on. Close this. Hit the refresh button. And you are all set. Our profile image has been replaced with our image. And if we go back to our network tab, hit the preview, and boom, there we go. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the demo.